Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is your guy Keenan Lambert, and in this video we're gonna go and talk to somebody who has been living here for the last couple months. Here we go.
Mami, tú eres el fantasma que todas las noches me sale. Oh nana, oh nana, oh nana, oh nana, oh nana. Cierro los ojos, imagino que estamos yo y tú silando.
Entro al cuarto, enciendo primero y del 1 a 10 cuál opción que prefiero.
I met somebody in a club on Thursday.
Yeah.
She said, let's hang out on Friday.
Yeah.
We hung out on Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday, I came to the Boulevard.
Yeah.
She was with her husband and the kid.
It's crazy.
And she told me she was single with no kids.
Right.
I called her. I said, hey, how you doing? She said,
Right.
I said, wow. So
It's crazy.
it's like,
In Cuba, sometimes she'll have you as a boyfriend, she'll have her husband, and then she might have a little side boyfriend. And that little side boyfriend knows everything. Cuba's a dangerous place. Here, what my G, enough to trust none of them Galia, not even one. So I've run into another brother who was watching the channel and who was taking my advice and come to Cuba. Okay, let's talk to him real quick. My brother,
yes.
how long have you been here?
I've been here for 8 weeks.
Been here for 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
So virtually 2 months.
2 months.
How do you feel?
I like Cuba. I've been here for 2 months and I've spent maybe 1,000. You know, my Spanish is very little, but it hasn't prevented me from like interacting with people. Cuba is very safe. The women are beautiful. It's extremely cheap, and it's a good time. I would encourage anyone to come to Cuba. I would definitely encourage people to come to Cuba because it's so inexpensive.
Now tell me something. What's the best thing about Cuba and what's the worst thing about Cuba for you?
The best thing about Cuba is the cost of living.
Okay.
That's the best thing about Cuba, because coming from New York, where I'm from, everything is so expensive, and here I can actually go to nice restaurants. I can travel wherever I want to go. I can do whatever I want to do, and it doesn't hurt my pockets. The worst thing about Cuba,
I'll give him a couple. Give him a couple.
a couple of things about Cuba.
Yeah.
The worst thing about Cuba is the poverty.
Okay.
It's the poverty. And what I mean by poverty, I don't mean like violence, anything like that. I just mean that people have a hard time obtaining food. Like the simple things, people have a hard time obtaining. Like you will have people come to you all the time and just ask you for the simple things like toothpaste,
Right.
soap, and just food. People are extremely hungry because the cost of food is very expensive here. For instance, some Cubans make around $45 a month, and a bag of chicken will cost you around $8.
Right.
So a bag of chicken costs $8 and you make $45 a month. It's pretty difficult.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's the biggest obstacle I see of things that I don't like in Cuba.
Now let me ask you something. Do you feel like you can have a real emotional connection with a woman here or no?
I would say no. Sadly, they see us as individuals who have a lot, and they have very little. So a lot of the women would tell me, you should give me because I have little. And you know, women would come up to me and tell me to, you know, pay their rent, or buy them groceries, you know, like, and I asked them, like, you know, like, why you're not interested in me on a more deeper level? And it's like, well, you have it and I don't, so I feel like you should be obliged to give it to me. Me personally, I've never found a deeper connection. I tried to, but I was unable to because they just saw me for money.
Money.
Yeah.
Money.
And
Okay.
and I do kind of understand it because I kind of understand it. I kind of get it.
Now, let me ask you another question. Have you had a chance to range out of this area?
I I did not.
Okay.
I stayed in Havana my whole 2 months.
Okay.
I did not leave. I do plan on coming back to Cuba because I do want to go to possible Santiago.
Yeah.
That's a 12-hour bus trip, and when I come back, I'm thinking about taking that trip.
So you booked the trip for 2 months?
Yes.
Okay. The next time, will you stay as long?
No, I will only stay for 2 weeks. I think 2 months is way too long.
Okay.
And the reason why I think it's way too long is because Cuba is a little bit disconnected from the rest of the world.
Okay.
Internet is hard to obtain here.
Right.
So you lose certain luxuries that you get in other countries like Dominican Republic, America, and so on and so forth. So I think 2 weeks 2 to 3 weeks is a good space.
Okay. Now, food-wise, okay, have you found the food good, bland, somewhere in between?
Okay. The food here is an issue, but it's a big issue because sometimes you will find like rice that's hard, meat that's old, but you can find 1 or 2 restaurants that sell good food. And what you do is you continuously go to that restaurant. There's a Chinatown around here. I found me a nice little restaurant. They sell multiple dishes, and I just hit them up every day.
Every day.
I eat there, and they have a variety of things. But food is the issue. They sell a lot of pizza here. Pizza's on every corner. I'm so tired of pizza. It's pizza and sandwiches. So you have to do your homework and find nice restaurants. You just have to ask around.
Have you caught diarrhea yet?
I have caught diarrhea. How I caught diarrhea is from drinking the pina coladas. They was putting ice in the pina coladas, and I did have diarrhea. But the smart thing is that I listened to you, and I bought medication here. And one of the things I did was I passed out the medications to the Cuban people, and they were very pleased with it. I bought Tylenol here, a big bag of Tylenol. I bought
Thank you.
Pepto-Bismol for like heartburn, indigestion. I bought multivitamins. I bought anti-diarrhea medication. And another thing I bought that everyone really appreciated was cold medication.
Yeah.
Everyone constantly to this day asks me for the cold medication. That was really, really popular because a lot of the women, a lot of the people here, they don't have winter clothes, they just have summer clothes. So when it gets cold, they continue to wear their summer clothes and they get sick. So I was disseminating the cold medication out to everyone.
And all right, would you say that your living space that you're in right now, you could do it for a whole year? Say if you were to take your living space and put it in New York, could you do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have a 1-bedroom condo, pretty spacious on the 5th floor with a balcony.
Yeah.
Again, extremely safe. Cuba is very, 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 very safe. Very safe. You won't have any issues here. I walk the neighborhoods 2, 3 in the morning. You won't have any issues. You don't. If your Spanish is poquito, little, you're fine. You're fine here. And I had no problems getting here. It wasn't an issue at all. You need a visa. The visa was $100, but no issues.
Okay, no issues. And did you buy your visa in advance, or did you pick it up at the airport?
No,
in Miami.
I went to the airport in Miami,
Yep.
and no worries, they will not let you on a plane without the visa.
Right.
You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to buy it in advance.
Right.
There's a you can pay by credit card, and they give you a tablet. You fill out the form, maybe 5-10 minutes. It's not an issue at all.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And my living space is good. It's really, really good.
And if you don't mind me asking, you don't have to answer this part, but how much did you pay for it?
I paid around $25 a week. I mean a day, excuse me. $25 a day. You can edit that out. $25 a day. But if you speak to your host, they'll work with you. I'm gonna say that. They'll work with you here.
Right.
They will work with you here. That's all I'm gonna say. All you gotta do is go to Airbnb. They'll work with you.
Okay, now brother, let me ask you something. Can I buy you a drink?
No, I could buy you a drink.
No. You gotta let me buy you a drink.
No, I don't feel comfortable with that. I have to buy you a drink because, like Keenan, you're the reason why I travel. Like, you're the reason why I travel. I wanted to travel, but I wasn't sure how to go about doing it.
Okay.
But when I finally saw someone from my community, from Brooklyn, that looked just like me, traveling around the world, I said, this is something that I can do as well. So I took a year, not because of you, but with the motivation of you, I took a year off from work. I went to Bogota, Colombia.
Okay.
I went to Dominican Republic. I went to Puerto Plata. I went to Santiago. I went to Santo Domingo. I went to Lima, Peru. Obviously, I'm in Cuba. And I've been to, did I say Bogota, Colombia already?
You did.
I did, and that's it.
Now, how do they rank in terms of, let's say, nightlife?
Nightlife?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be honest.
I'm gonna put Lima, Peru last.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna put it from best to worst.
Okay.
That's better.
Okay.
Nightlife. I'm gonna go with Cuba for one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Cuba one. Cuba's one. Then I'm gonna go to Dominican Republic.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go to Bogota, Colombia. Then I'm gonna go Lima, Peru.
Buenas noches. Yeah, go ahead.
And everything is cost effective here. You will not break the bank coming to everything is at a reasonable price. Okay? I'm just letting you brothers know.
No, let me ask you a question then now. All right. Where are the women most beautiful, in your opinion?
Like in all the places I've been to?
In those places you just listed, where are they most beautiful?
I don't think any place can beat Colombia.
Okay.
Colombia's number one, Dominican Republic's number two, Cuba's number three, and Lima, Peru is fourth. But Colombia is different.
It's different.
Colombia is different.
Next level.
Yeah, Colombia is different.
Right.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's different out there.
Okay. Let's touch the Boulevard together real quick. Let's do it. I was calling that girl because I wanted to stop and get a photo with you.
Say that again?
That girl, those girls that passed, I was trying to get them in a photo with you.
Oh.
Yeah. We outside.
My first night here,
I
came here.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to come here.
Yeah.
Here. This is a gold mine.
Yeah. See, you know what I'm afraid of? You see that this girl right here is beautiful? How old is she is the question. That's the question.
Brother.
Right.
You have to be extremely concerned about, because Cuba is a little bit different. The women jump off the porch early here.
Yes, they do.
They jump off the porch early here. Very early. Extremely early.
Absolutely.
Extremely early.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's from what I've heard, like 12. They're jumping from 12 years old. And it's concerning because I think if I were to relocate here, my children will adopt the same customs as their own. And I can't have my children doing that at such a young age. They'll lose their childhood. So F that.
Yeah. And what happens is that the parents they encourage them to go out and make money.
Right. So they're sharing money with their family from the things that they're doing in the street.
Yeah, because I've on a personal level, I've hung out with a few females and been to their homes and whatnot on some friendship type situation.
Yeah.
And the family depend on them.
Right.
The family depend on them.
Like
the mom is home.
Yeah, the dad is probably not there.
Probably not there. You know, I have brothers and sisters. I have a child, and the whole family depend on this. I don't know their age, but to go out and make money.
Exactly.
Make money.
And so that's what the Boulevard is right here. It's a money making spot for them. Yeah. So let me ask you, do you feel conflicted when you're here? Or not really?
That's a really deep question.
Okay.
Because I do sometimes.
I do.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Because I don't want to come across as I'm taking advantage of anyone.
Yeah. But as a man, you have needs.
Right.
Right. You have needs as a man, so.
So that's a deep question. That's a deep question. I try not to even think about it like that.
Okay.
I try not to even think about it because I don't want to come across as I'm taking advantage of anybody. You know?
Right. But you know, I've said this in a video once where the best relationships here are ones of mutual exploitation. They're exploiting you, but you're also in a way exploiting them. So it's a perfect relationship in a very effed up way, but it is what it is. You know, yeah, it's dark. It's dark. Yeah.
I don't understand why. I don't understand why so many Germans and Italians come here. I don't understand, but like, why Germany, why Italians come here so frequently?
I think there's a couple things that play here. The Germans I don't know about. I don't know about them very well, but Italians, you know, Italians kind of have like this black woman. I don't want to call it fetish, but obsession, if you will, and they can get it here for cheap. As we talked about just now, they can get it here for cheap and then go back home for cheap. Right, so this is dirt cheap, have fun, turn up, and it's like Vegas to them. You know, but Germans I don't know about.
And another thing that I think in our community, we believe that we are restricted from coming to Cuba. I don't know why so many black people think that we can't come to Cuba. I run into that a lot.
A lot.
In America, where people, you can go to Cuba? Yes.
Yeah, it's been this way for a while now, right?
Since Obama.
Right. Well, you know, as black people, sometimes we're a little late to catch on to things, especially when it's travel related. Right, so I think that's what's happening right now. Let's scroll on this way real quick. You sure I can't get your drink, brother?
If you want to give me a beer,
yes.
That'd be
Please.
That's enough for me.
Please.
That'd be it.
Please. So, Dan, what's your perception of the Boulevard?
What's my perception of the Boulevard?
Yeah.
I like the Boulevard. The Boulevard is fun. I like the Boulevard. I walk up and down there all the time. Extremely beautiful. Again, safe. No one's going to bother you. You have a few panhandlers, but no big deal. I like the Boulevard. It's just that I'm tired of the pizza. It's a lot of pizza. And when you do come out here, another thing that's an issue is no credit cards. If you're American, you can't use your credit cards here, so you have to bring cash. Cash is king in Cuba. And make sure you bring more than you think you need.
Yeah, that's important.
Because I think I'm spending like maybe $115, $120 a week.
Wow.
That's where I was at. I was spending maybe $115, $120 a week.
That's beautiful.
On food, on women, on drinking.
Right.
Like $115.
And you're living well.
Huh?
You were living well.
I was living well, I didn't have any concerns of, you know. Like I said, once I found the restaurant that I like in Chinatown, good.
Yeah.
That was great.
And what's the price? What plate?
Oh, another thing. Damn, I could have brought that up too. A medium size. Oh, this guy. My friend ain't gonna believe before I'm walking away. I'm gonna call him up. Call my man Sean.
Even though these streets are a minefield for men, if you're willing to compartmentalize and leave this experience here in Cuba, you'll love it. It'll leave you coming back more and more and more every year.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Are you smoking the cheap stuff or the expensive stuff?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Is there a wide gap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The expensive stuff is really, really nice.
Yeah. Hey. You like that one?
No, I don't like that one.
You don't? Okay.
I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching this video and all that you do to support the channel. I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one from Cuba. Peace out.
Mami, tú eres el fantasma que todas las noches me sale. Oh, nana, oh, nana, oh, nana, oh, nana, oh, nana. Cierro los ojos.